say it ain't true, man.
Where'd you find this?
Let's get ready to rumble!
This is PHAT'S Barbershop Club.
Brought to you by PHAT'S Fresh Cuts. It's more than a barbershop.
And here's your host, Ladarius Fat Naaman.
All eyes on me.
Daddy's working.
Welcome to my town.
What's up, Ruston? What's up, everybody? I am Fat, and this is PHAT'S Barbershop Club. Real topics, real views from real people. Today, man, I got a real one in the building with me. My guy, DeAnthony Lyons is in the building. What's up with it, man?
What's up with the boss, man? What's
Yes,
up with
sir.
it?
Yes, sir, man. Tell Ruston what's up, man.
What's up, Big Ruston?
What's up, Big Ruston, man? Pop, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, you know, none much. You know how it is, Fat.
Yeah, just chilling, huh?
Hey, just chilling. It's good to be in town. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. Look, man, if y'all catching us live, man, comment under this thing, 100 emoji, share this video, let everybody know I got the guy Pop Lyons in the building today, man. We're just gonna run it, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about your days here in Ruston, growing up in Ruston, man. You know, graduating high school, going off to the military.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and on your way out now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Graduating, huh?
Yeah, I graduated in October.
I graduated in October, so we're gonna talk about all that then.
Oh, yeah, you know how it is, Fat.
Yeah, man, yeah. Let me see. Let me first find out what today is, man. What national day it is today. What we celebrating today. Today is National Chocolate Covered Everything Day.
Okay.
National Chocolate Covered Anything, National Ugly Sweater Day. Oh man, which one you grabbing off of those two?
I like probably the chocolate. I like chocolate covered peanuts. They pretty good. You know how that is, Fat.
Yeah, I mess with chocolate covered peanuts. No strawberries, none of that, no fruit, no chocolate covered fruit. I ain't messing with that.
Yeah.
I see them going crazy with the candied fruit and everything.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. Let's see, man. First thing first, I asked everybody, man, what's going on in the world? What's up with the world? What's got them shaking their heads? Or what's got you shaking your head nowadays?
Well, I ain't necessarily want to say it got me shaking my head. It actually like a key moment for us as a community. Like I say, we had Homer, Union, and Ruston go down there to the Dome, and the support was crazy. Yeah. So, you know, as an African American growing up in, you know, Ruston, that's what we like to see. It's something we ain't seen in 30 plus years. So the town coming together as one, and then just the other day, the tornado hitting up in Union, how all the families coming together. Yeah. Giving clothes, food, everything. So, I mean, from being from this area, that's a good thing. That's a high note. That's something we should continue to build on. Yeah,
not so much as shaking your head in a negative. It's more so, you know, nodding your head and what's going on good.
Oh yeah,
I feel you on that. Let's see, man. What's done inspired you to do what it is you're doing today, man? Going to the military, getting through that. What's been your inspiration?
Oh man, it's kind of tough. I mean, I had plenty, but I believe for me, there's two people in my life, Mama Lyons and my mom. Like I say, I joined the military first out of high school, kind of to get away from the scene, get away from Ruston. Like I say, I tell anybody, go travel, go. You know, it's more outside of Ruston. So I done been to Texas, I done been down south, I done been over the country. And it's like everywhere you go is different. Yeah. So let's see, Fort Polk, that's a couple hours away. It's still in Louisiana, but the culture is different from up north. So you get a different perspective on everything. So that made me join the military. Then while I was in the military, a dude named Sergeant First Class Doherty, he was in at that time, 19 years. He told me, say, hey man, you too smart, man. You need to get in school. And I was like, man, I really don't know what I want to do. And then I was like, okay, I like math. So I ended up getting a bachelor's in mathematics. And I think up in school, I really wasn't a troublemaker, but all the math teachers seemed to love me. Yeah. So up in her elementary, Miss Moss loved me. And then in middle school, I had a teacher named Mr. Skinner. And then up in high school, I had Miss Hires and Miss Almond and Miss Bishop. So it's kind of like all the math teachers gravitated to me. So that's why I'm in now. So that's why I do what I do.
Got your bachelor's in math, man. So you named some of those teachers. Who was your more influenced? Who was your more influential teacher at Ruston High?
Oh, hands down, Miss Hyers, the best math teacher to come through it. Like I say, to this day, me and her have a good relationship. So, and like I say, there are many good teachers. It just her hand down. She took me in as a freshman, kind of got me out of a lot of trouble. So I kind of used her name just to get me out of trouble. Yeah. But we just built that relationship. She cared about me as a person. She cared about me as a student, and she looked at me like I was her own. So that relationship, we have a good relationship to the day. So, you know.
Okay. Oh man, what was some of your let's see, we got what elementary you go to?
Ruston.
You went to Ruston Elementary.
Oh yeah.
Y'all were the
Lions.
The Lions. When I went, we was the Road Runners.
Yeah.
You know, so but what was some of your favorite memories growing up here in Ruston, man?
Oh man, I have so many. Let me see. I think my favorite memory is not necessarily for like in Ruston, but it was in the town or in the area. I believe my grandfather retired. When Coach Lyons retired, it was kind of like I was a young guy. Yeah. And then it just so to me, he influenced me. And like I say, a lot of people see him as coach, but I see him as Pawpaw. Yeah. And that's the same as Mama Lyons. Everybody see her as Mama Lyons, but I was like, hey, that's my great grandma. Yeah. And that's the impact they had on people's life. So it just kind of like, it's too many to name, but I think when he retired from Grambling High, they were kind of, that's tops on the list, knowing what I know. Yeah. All right. So look, you brought up Coach Lyons, your Pawpaw. Man, him being, the legendary coach he is in the area, Ruston Grambling area, did that have kind of take a toll on you coming up through school? Like, did anybody, was people expecting you to be greater than, just because of who your grandpa was? Oh yeah, fat man, it's crazy. I got plenty of stories about that. But it kind of, believe it or not, it kind of pushed me away from the game. Because like I say, the expectation then, not to mention my daddy won 3 state championships. So it's kind of like, hey, what can I do with that? So it kind of pushed me away from basketball. Because I say, you got an all-time legend, Coach Lyons. You got my father to win 3 state championships. So the standard, the expectation is, hey, you ain't winning 3-4 state championships, what you doing? Yeah. So I kind of lost the love for the game, so I went out there and got me a job at Super One. But the love for the game mentally was still there. It was just on the physical level. I like, man, it's so much pressure. Hey, no, I'm good on that. So, yeah. But yeah, like I say, it's just him, coach. Did it ever make you want to get into coaching as far as the high school levels? I know you did art part a little bit. Oh yeah. But is his legendary coaching status? Does it make you want to become a coach? Oh, most definitely. Fat man, I'm talking about it every other day. Like I say, he always tell me he can't wait till he see me get my system in place. He can't wait to see me take a school to the state championship. So that's always been a goal of mine. So like I said, I done handle my business on the education side. Now it's time to, get the ball running, get on the people I can grow from, and you know how that is. Yeah. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm a little biased because that's my grandfather. I don't think he's gonna be no coach, like coach. Hey, but like I say, that's my grandfather. Hey, that's what I expect. I mean, but at the same time, the resume speaks for itself. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like you could, it could sound like it's bias coming from you because it's your grandfather, but I mean, the resume shows like if you ain't doing what this man did, then what are you doing? But that's just coming out of my mouth. Oh yeah. And then a lot of times, like I say, a lot of people don't even see the impact he has on a school. Like everybody see him in a basketball aspect and a demeanor, but nobody don't see how many lives he done changed or he done influence. So that's the biggest part. And that he always tell me that winning games and winning championship, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like he told me he never remember his losses, but he said impacting kids' life. That's why he do it. Yeah. Like I said, he don't do it for win. Like he say, he do want to win, but hey, anybody that know him, it's about the kids, it's about the community. So that's him.
That's the most important part to it anyway, man. But look, we're gonna take this quick 10 second break. We'll be right back.
415 South Farmerville Street in Ruston, Louisiana. Find us today on Booksy to book your appointment. PHAT'S Fresh Cuts. It's more than a barbershop.
And we back. Man, I got my guy Pop in the building, DeAnthony Lyons. Hey, Ruston High graduate. What you talking about? 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Man, say math was his thing. All the math teachers, they gravitated towards him, man. Ruston High, man. I talk a lot about Ruston High. You know, we talk about Ruston High almost every time we come in for a cut. You know?
Oh yeah.
What you think about those guys this year, man? Basketball on the football side.
Phenomenal job, man. A great job. Like I say, man. Like me and you talked about yesterday when you were coming up. This something we ain't seen in 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Like I say, hey, it was a tough loss, you know. And like I told you, one of my biggest pet peeves that kind of upset me as a resident, a person that was born and grown up in Ruston. We had our own people like going against us.
Yeah.
And like like we talked about, I don't care what you feel against the coaches, you know, what you got against the coaches. At the end of the day, it's about the kids. It's about the community. They did something that, believe it or not, some of them didn't do.
Yeah.
So in my personal opinion, I feel like a couple of people was upset because they wanted the group to do it.
Right.
But you still, like I said, you can't take that away from them kids. Them kids worked hard. They were dedicated, hard work. They bought into the system. And shout out to Chubb, man. I feel like he don't get enough credit publicly.
Man.
So like I say, shout out to him. He been doing it for, like I said, I know my freshman, sophomore year of high school, me not playing football, he still looked after me, made sure I was straight. So shout out to him, man. He doing a heck of a job.
Shout out to Chubb, man. My classmate, my football teammate, man. My brother, man. We used to go to practice summer workouts every day. I pick him up and we headed to the gym to go work out every day during the summer going into our senior year. But yeah, man, Chubb did a great job calling plays for Ruston High, man. It's crazy to see him calling plays on the sideline, knowing that we've been knowing that he can call plays. I'm talking about when we went in high school, he telling coach, "Hey, coach, we should run a spread." This is what he telling them. We in school, you know what I'm saying? So I knew at that moment, this, you know, right now is what was meant to be for him. Let's talk about BGC, man. Boys and Girls Club, man. You grew up in the Boys and Girls Club community. Excelled through it, you know. Tell me some of what it was like being a part of the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh man, anybody that know me, that's near and dear to my heart. Like I said, I'm 24 years old, but guess what? I still say I'm a Boys and Girls Club member.
Yeah,
that's who I am. Like I said, shout out to Jeff Miller, the team director. Shout out to Sabrina Law, the area director. Shout out to Coach Dante. Like I say, man,
Coach Osborne.
Yeah, man. Oh, they might know Coach Osborne. Like I say, man, they really changed my life, man. Like I say, I had somebody in Jeff Miller that I can just run it with. Like I say, don't get me wrong, I had my father, I had my mom, but I had a brother, but Jeff was like an extended brother. So like I say, man, shout out to the Boys and Girls Club. They took me I want to say we went to Chicago my junior year. That was my first time on a plane. Ever since then, I stay on plane. But yeah, so.
Yeah, there was Chicago y'all went to.
We went to a youth exploding like a conference. Like, yeah, man, shout out to them, man.
Yeah, man. Jeff, bro, I don't know. When you mention Jeff Miller in the community, man, it's like you say Jeff name around some kids, they liable light up, you know what I'm saying? Brighter than the lights we got up in here, man. Like, I know you said he like an extended part of the family, another brother, man. But like, for those who don't know, can you give them like a brief little description of who you see Jeff to be?
Oh man, like Jeff, one of them type of guys, man. He do all the hard work behind the scenes. He don't want to be seen. He the type of guy that he'll put all the work in and don't want the credit.
Yeah.
Jeff, he care about anybody. Like we can go to Streetport, he see some kids that need help. Hey, can I buy you some? Can I do this? Can I do that? And would never say nothing about it. He would never speak on it. But to me, that speak to his character. Those his core beliefs. And that's how I look at it, man. Jeff, he about 6'7", 6'8".
Hey,
Kind of big fella, but hey, I don't want to say he's soft, but hey, he makes sure about
he kind-hearted.
Oh yeah, he's very, very kind-hearted. So like I say, even to the day, me and him got a great relationship. Me and him, like I say, I actually just left the BGC. Every time I come home from the military, that's my second stop. My first stop is here, get a haircut. My second stop, gotta go to the Boys and Girls Club. And to me, it's kind of like looking at Sebo and Fred and Chubb. I was like, man, I was their counselor. Like, you know, I remember when they was in junior high playing around. I remember when they was at I. Lewis at the club. So it feel good to me watching them excel in life, watching them do good in school. Like I say, Fred, he just signed with Boston College to play basketball. Sebo doing his thing. Like I say, Dyson doing his thing on that football field. So like I say, it makes me feel good that Jeff was able to rub off on me to make me want to do community work, make me want to invest in the kids. So man, shout out to Jeff Miller, man.
Big shout outs to Jeff Miller, man.
Welcome to my town.
Yeah, man, Jeff. Hey, you know we wasn't gonna be able to go through this show without bringing your name up, man.
Oh yeah, he know that.
He already know it. Ah, man. Talked about that military, you know, what I know you wanted to get a new scenery in life as far as living in Ruston and moving off or whatever, but what made you make the decision on going to the military?
It was a couple of things. Like I said, you've been knowing me for forever. You know, I'm all about giving back. I'm always about making things better. So at the time, I seen it was a lot of opportunity out there in the military. Like, hey, they're gonna pay for me to go to school, and I can travel the world. Hey, why not? You know, let me be different. Yeah. So, you know, I went. They sent me to Fort Hood. I stayed. It was about a 6.5, 7 hour drive. So I probably came home, and I'm a mama's boy. If y'all didn't know, so I used to come home like at first when I first got there. I used to come home like every other weekend. I was like, man, this gas killing me. Yeah. So I started coming home like probably once a month. Then back in 2020, I decided, I say, man, I gotta do something different, man. I'm a junior in college. I gotta do something different. I say, man, I joined the military to travel the world, get a free education. I'm getting a free education, man. Let me travel the world. So the crazy thing about it, the military people, they gonna laugh at me. So I had a choice to go to Honduras or Kuwait. And I was like, man, in Korea. And I was like, okay. So them the 3 spots, because I told them, man, if I go somewhere, I got to go out the country. Yeah. Because I never been out the country. So I was like, okay. So it was out of Kuwait, Honduras, and Korea. So I was like, okay, Kuwait is tax-free. So I say, I'm already liking it. But I ain't know Hunt. Because really I was trying to go to Honduras, but they're like, man, you got to be there 18 months. I don't know if I can stay 18 months away from my mama.
Not 18 months.
But I said, I think I can do 12 months. So people didn't tell me. So I was like, okay. So I signed a year contract to go to Kuwait. So I came out there, had a long sleeve shirt, had me like a little Nike jumpsuit, a black Nike jumpsuit. Man, I got off that plane, I immediately started sweating. I say, man, what is this? I looked at the temperature, it was like 105 degrees. I was like, oh my God. And the crazy thing about it, and I tell people that all the time, man, if you did go over there, not even, the heat, obviously, but the culture is different, man. They treat us like kings over there. Yeah. Literally, king. They treated me like a king over there.
They treat Americans like kings, or is it they treat black people like kings? Like what is it?
It's
just Americans?
It's a mixed up both, but really kind of African American. Yeah. Definitely African American male. But it kind of like that culture kind of weird. It kind of go against some of our beliefs. So like I seen one of their beliefs, it was kind of like, you want to answer that, Pat?
No, I don't worry about it. Record it.
Oh, yeah. But one of their beliefs, for me, that kind of had me kind of messed up. It was kind of like the man but like he owned his wife. Like once you got married, like the wife was his property. I was like, man, what? So basically in they culture, like the wife don't got no say. So like once you get married, it's like, hey, I own you.
Yeah.
And like can't get a divorce and all that. It's like some crazy stuff. And they were getting us classes and stuff on. I was like, man, what? But yeah.
So Kuwait is hot.
Oh yeah. Then in the
Super
winter
hot.
time, at the winter time, it'd be like 80 degrees. And don't you finna laugh? Before I came home, it became winter to them.
Yeah.
It was like 80 degrees. I had a hoodie on. Man, and you wear a hoodie in 80 degree weather. Now people be like, man, you crazy. But over there, to think about it, if you used to 109, 110 weather, and now you get 78, you're like, oh man, I'm shivering. You know, but I enjoyed it though.
Man. All right. Let's talk about your baby, man.
Oh, yeah.
How old is your baby?
He about 10 weeks, 11 weeks. Yeah, but my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I always like to say, like me and my dad always talk about, take the thing that that he did that I liked and keep using it. The thing that I would change, just try to make it better. But at the end of the day, I tell anybody, being as a parent, you're not your child's friend. So at times you will do something that, you know, they don't agree with. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's for the betterment and the safety of them. So I think a lot of parents and a lot of kids need to understand that, you know, a parent not your friend. We can have friendly conversations, but I'm not. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not your friend. So
Definitely.
I gotta do what's best for you in the long run. I gotta do what, you know, instill those values and those beliefs in you.
Those core values have to be instilled, man, because them kids, they'll
try to run over you.
They'll try to run over you, and if you let them, they will. But look, y'all, we'll be right back after these messages.
PHAT'S Fresh Cuts, owned by Ruston's premier barber, Ladarius Fat Mama. At PHAT'S, we get you off the bench and into the starting lineup. Specializing in adults and children, we provide exceptional cuts and personalized services at amazing prices. Located at 415 South Farmerville Street in Ruston, Louisiana. Find us today on Booksy to book your appointment. PHAT'S Fresh Cuts, it's more than a barbershop. It's an experience.
Welcome to my town.
What's up? We back, man. What's going on, everybody? It's PHAT'S in this Fat Barbershop Club. I got my boy DeAnthony Pop Lyons in the building. Soon to be legendary Pop, man.
Oh yeah, check in.
Yes, sir, man. So look, you just graduated in October. Where's the graduation gonna take you?
I'm planning on becoming a teacher. Like I say, many people didn't even know I graduated.
Yeah,
I'm a private guy when it comes to things like that.
Right.
But like I always tell you, some people can hate on you, but guess what? What's for you? You know, even with people knowing the plan, they can't stop it.
That's right.
So hey, next, I'm trying to get in. I ain't gonna say I'm trying to. I got accepted into my grad school, so that's a plus. Start that, knock that out, and see where we go from now.
What's the plan? What's the goal once you finish grad school?
Oh man, you know that Fat. It's time for me to be at the table, influencing the decisions. Like I say, making some policies. Like I say, always, and like I say, it's kind of cliche because I always bring them up. Because like I say, everybody know him as Coach. That's Coach Lyons. But I know him as Pawpaw. So I got access to him more than other people got. So the ultimate goal is be assistant principal. Yeah. Like I say, I want to, some of the things me and him talk about, it kind of open my eyes, see the bigger picture. And from me and some of his conversations, and that's seeing it with my own two eyes, a lot of people don't understand the big picture. Yeah. And I think that's kind of frustrating in the community. You have African Americans that care, man, not even African American, you have people that care about the students, the livelihood of the kids, and then it kind of like the community bash them. So that's what's next, man. I just want to.
Administration, you see yourself in the hallways, you know what I'm saying? Getting the kids in line. I mean, it's a normal thing that you've been doing anyway, you know, as far as being a mentor at the Boys and Girls Club and the stuff that you do now, you know?
Oh yeah. That's something I see myself doing real soon. Like I say, like my grandfather always say, people in union know you gotta always walk your post in the military fashion.
Yeah.
But hey, like I say, for me, that's easy. Cause guess what? That's what I've been instilled the last 5-6 years. Discipline,
Yeah.
fundamentals, structure.
Yeah.
So you know how that is.
Can't beat that, man. I don't know, man. I ain't never thought about getting into teaching or nothing. I would like to be a coach,
Oh yeah.
you know, but I ain't trying to go through the through the classes and certifications, man. Especially at this point, you know what I'm saying. But let's do. Let's see. Let's do a fast five, man. Fast five.
Hit me!
Fast five. What we're gonna do is on Fast Five. What we're gonna do a top 5. Who are your top 5 influences? Top 5 influences.
Let's see. I ain't gonna put them in no orders, but of course I'm gonna have the moms and the dad, and now that's a given. So that's one. Like I say, the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put them in now. Boys and Girls Club and Jeff Miller. That's 2. Of course I'm gonna say my grandfather. That's a no brainer. So that's 3. I got the military, Sergeant Jenkins, Sergeant Doherty, and Miss Rice. Miss Rice from Kuwait. Shout out to Miss Rice. So that's 4. And then 5, let's see. Dang, that's pretty hard. I gotta say Mama Lyons. I got to. Hey, it's something about that. Them old school, you know, that them old school people, them old people know, man, what's good for you, what's not good for you. So I gotta always say Mama Lyons. Got to.
And look, man, I never went to Mama Lyons. I was never at the daycare. All right. But if my little brothers, Corey and Courtney, they went to Mama Lyons, so I would go and pick them up. But man, you wouldn't even think I'd never been through that school, through that daycare, because she treated everybody as if they was her kid. No matter if you went or if you just had somebody go, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't say some shit like that wooden spoon, she didn't care if you was grown, she didn't care if you was a kid or whatever, she was gonna put that wooden spoon on you.
Oh yeah, like I tell a lot of people don't understand her whole thing. When you treat everybody with dignity and respect, no matter who you are, you can be the CEO or you can be the janitor. Yeah. You know, it don't matter. Hey, everybody is a person at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. No matter what, you know, where they come from, you're gonna treat them well. With her, she demanded that if you're in her presence, you're gonna treat everybody with dignity and respect. And I was explaining this to somebody the other day. When they look at the Lyons last name and, you know, in the education field, a lot of people look at my grandfather, but didn't even know, like, my grandma, she taught school for 30 years before she opened the daycare. Yeah. So I look at it like this. Mama Lyons, she was the founder, quote unquote founder of like bringing the education and the importance of it to the Lyons family. My grandfather established it. So when my grandma found, he established it, and now it's on me to build a legacy. Yeah. So I just look at it like that, and a lot of people ask me like, man, with Mama Lyons being your grandma and my great grandma and Coach Lyons being your grandfather, is it pressure on you? I say, man, on the outside, it ain't no pressure to me. It might be pressure to y'all, but it ain't no pressure to me because this what I've been doing my whole life. Yeah. This nothing new. This not like I'm trying to be somebody I'm not. It go back to like we talked about earlier, your core beliefs, your core values. So guess what? I'm gonna do what I've been doing for my whole life. Give and take. I'm gonna have to change some stuff. Yeah. You gotta adapt. But for the most part, my core values and my core beliefs, I don't think they're gonna lead me wrong.
It's more so at this point is just fine tuning what they done gave you. You know, the tools that they done gave you, just fine tuning everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, man. So that's your 5. Man, that was a good 5. You got Mama Lyons, you got Coach Lyons, you got Boys and Girls Club, military, and who else you said?
I say my mom, my
your
dad,
mom and dad. You know that
yeah.
that's your
Boys and Girls Club. My grandma, Mama Lounge, and military.
Yeah, man. That's some good stuff right there. Let's see. We rolling on. Favorite quote, man. Give the people some words that you live by. Somebody that gave you some words to encourage you. You can give it to them right now, man. Let them know.
I necessarily want to say it's a quote, but I heard my pastor say this, and I kind of live by it. Coach Beck, well, I call him Coach Beck, the coach high school, Apostle Beckwith. He said one time, I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago, he said everything connected to me should win, will thrive, will prosper, and I want better. I deserve better. I'm believing for better, and I should have better. So that's something that's always, I think I posted on Facebook a few months ago. That's something I live by. I have a desire to do better. I want better. I should have better, and I'm believing for better. So, like I say, give it, everybody have those rainy days, but I have an expectation that better's coming. So that's kind of a quote I live by.
Yeah. That's a good one. It goes in with this one that's right behind me. It is not how good you are, it's how good you want to be.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be great, go out and be great. Yeah, Letitia, he said parents. That was the first one he said, parents. So that was the quote for the day. What's next for you?
Oh man. Like I say, I get out the military soon. Just like I say, I got a couple of schools I'm looking at. And my thing is, it ain't really about the money to me. It's about the impact I can have. Like I say, I tell a lot of people, money comes and goes, but the impact is everlasting. Yeah. I can do something to you that positively affect your life today, and 20 years from now, you'll still remember. This is
more than what that $20 I gave you would make you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's what's next for me. Trying to find a home. When I say a home, I'm talking about an education field. Yeah. Like I say, I think I can pretty much, not being arrogant, confident in God, I feel like I can go anywhere and teach with a degree in mathematics. Because if you look at the state need math teacher. But I want to find somewhere I can make home that's a fit that, want to see me grow in the position. Then I can have a positive effect on kids. So that's one of my biggest things.
Yeah, the state need math teachers. They need male teachers.
Oh yeah.
And they need Black male teachers. So you check all the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, and that's something I always tell my soldiers. Hey man, I make it hard for them to tell me no.
Yeah.
When I say that, I say, when you look at me, I'm gonna make it hard for you to tell me no. If you tell me no, it's on a personal level.
Yeah.
You don't like me, or you don't like the way I carry myself. It's gonna be something to that nature. I know you ain't gonna tell me no because I ain't qualified. But guess what? I'm gonna get qualified. Or I just believe in God. Like I said, I believe in God. He purposed me. I think that was my purpose from the whole. Not looking back at it, think about it. I was in 10th grade, or shout out to Pokey. Pokey trusted me to start coaching. That's how I started volunteering coaching. Yeah. You look at it now, the connection I had as a sophomore with kids, teaching them the game of basketball, and that's looking like, man, it's some 7-8-year-olds listening to a 16-year-old, and that's kind of like they buying into what I'm saying at 7-8. Okay, I'm teaching them how to do a layup. I'm teaching them how to dribble. Then you look fast forward to my senior year. I started volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club. Shout out to Miss Vanessa Braun too. I'm one of the people. I like to give people their flowers while they're here. She trusted me with to help Miss Nigel with a group. So hey, that's why I say Fred and Dyson and Sebo. That was my first group at the Boys and Girls Club. And as 7th, 8th graders, man, boom, boom. So okay. Now fast forward to now, it's kind of like it's been building me up for this moment. Like, hey, you know how to deal with small kids, elementary school, deal with middle school kids. Like
and not the military, and talk to how to deal with adults.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can say that. Yeah, because most of my soldiers, they in the age range, 18, 19. The oldest one I done had was like 20. But it's crazy. like I always tell you in the shop, it's crazy how like, man, I was 22 doing stuff that most 27, 28-year-old in the military ain't did yet.
Yeah.
So they kind of had their nose up like, man, I gotta let this young guy, I gotta listen to this young guy. Like it took me 10 years to get to where I'm at, and it took this dude 3.5 years. So like I told you,
That's
feel
crazy.
Well, Coach Helston them say I work the world. Hey, I'm just working, I'm grinding, but like I say, I'm just thankful, I'm grateful, man. I'm humble, and that's the key part. I tell people, you got to remain humble, because as soon as you got it, you can lose it, the same way. So you got to remain humble through everything.
Remain humble or be humble.
Oh yeah, listen, and I can tell people, hey, it don't feel good when you got to be humble.
Yeah.
When people humble you or a situation humble you. So hey, like I said, at the end of the day, that's why I'm always humble.
Yeah, gotta be, man. All right, we didn't shout out a couple people. Any more people you want to shout out before we get out of here? We didn't shout out a lot of people throughout.
Oh yeah, like I told them, I'm all about giving people their flowers while they there. But I'm just gonna like shout out a couple of people from the last, probably. I've been home a year now, so probably the last year kind of made my transition from coming from Kuwait to coming home kind of smooth. Like I say, I always gonna shout out the moms and the pops. Like I say, I think that's my best friend. That's funny. Me and him talk every day, literally. That's a part of my life. Like I say, I got to shout out to my papa, Coach Lyons. Like I say, the guidance he give me on the personal level and on the business and professional level. Got to shout out you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
The Boys and Girls Club, like I say, they're gonna always have a spot in my heart. So man, that's like I say, my mom's mom. That's my whole family. I'm a family person, so my whole family. And then like I say, Kuwait, Miss Rice, Miss Monroe, and Aunt. I ain't forgot about your aunt. Shout out to you too. But that's pretty much it, fact.
Already, man. Look, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Nitra Hill. Shout out to the twins, man. From Arcadia.
Yeah, Fabo. I see you, Fabo.
Man.
I see
What's
you.
up, man? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Letitia. Tish. I'm looking at your name on the screen, but I know you as Tish.
Yeah.
Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that's gonna be tuning in later. But share this video, subscribe on YouTube, go to Instagram, click the button, TikTok. I just started putting little stuff on TikTok, man. What's your social media? You want to tell them to follow you somewhere, man, if they want to keep up?
Oh yeah, like I said, I really I've been on Facebook. I really don't post a lot. I just be kind of looking. But yeah, DeAnthony Lyons, that's me on Facebook. Up on Instagram, I'm _pop2. And like I said, I really don't get on Twitter that much. I really don't get on Snapchat. And I got like 2 TikToks. I ain't good at that. I was trying to put together a video. I said, that's too much work.
It seems like it take too much, though.
Hey, that's why I say don't worry about it. I deleted that off my phone. But yeah, like I say, man, I say it's good to be home. It's good to talk to the people in the community. Like I say, Farmerville, man, y'all stay strong. Like I say, Ruston, we had this, 2019?
Yeah.
Like I say, we got through it. Hey, Farmerville, man, y'all keep y'all heads up. And like I say, man, if y'all need help, we down the road.
Yes, sir, man. Ruston, we definitely want to do what we can to help out anybody that needs help in Farmerville, the Union Parish area. Like you say, we experienced this a few years ago, and it wasn't nothing nice, man. So we don't wish nothing bad on nobody, no area. So the prayers are up, and that's it for today, man. I thank everybody for tuning in to Fats Barbershop Club on today, December 16th. It's a Friday night, man. We're about to you going to the game?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go to this game, man. Check out Ruston High, them Cats, basketball. But join me next time. I don't know when the next time gonna be, but join me. Look for that note up. If you hit that bell, you'll catch me on live whenever I get on. So hit that bell, and man.
What's up, Ruston? Thank you for listening to my Daddy Fat on Fats Barbershop Club.